What possessed you to go over a cornerback like that?
Typically, they're smaller guys, and they tend to go for the legs, so I kind of anticipated that. And
He's still new to Boston College, getting adjusted to campus and everything. What was it like to see all those fans and celebrate with them after that touchdown?
That was awesome. The environment just running out of the tunnel, everything's awesome. The vibe, feel, the environment. Celebrate with my teammates after a long camp on the first game. That was awesome. All the guys were super happy, smiles everywhere, and great feel and environment.
The vertical receivers you have, that middle is wide open. Is that going to be an area of concentration for the tight ends this year?
I believe it will be. We have a lot of guys with a lot of speed on the side, on the outside, and we have a really explosive offense and got a lot of learning to do and growing to do. But I could see the middle of the field being a spot for me.
I don't mean to keep asking about the hurdle, but have you ever done that before? A school game, anything like that?
Yeah, I did it a couple times at Jacksonville State. Must have learned it from my sister. My sister did track all through high school and college as well, so maybe I picked up and learned some stuff from her with that. So yeah, she'll probably critique it. I'll get her on the phone later and she'll critique it. I'm looking forward to hearing what she has to say about it.
Jurkovec, everything you expected him to be?
Phil's awesome. He's everything you want in your quarterback. He's got the leadership, the mentality, just all-around guy. Yeah, there's no play he can't make.
Talk about, I know you get a lot of depleted, injured players in the front. The front seven did respond today. Just talk about that.
A couple of players went down during camp, but that's the game. So it's the next man up mentality, and the next guy just got to step up and complete the job. That's what we did today.
As a defender, what does it mean for you to shut out another opponent?
It means a lot because it definitely means a lot because we go into every game and we try to get them to the ground and eliminate touchdowns, explosions, and all those things. So definitely means a lot.
What's it like playing with two other edge rushers on the defensive line? You know, three guys in there, whether it's just Cam or Isaiah as the fourth, having a lot of speed on the defensive line.
I mean, speed is everything. Speed is definitely everything. So Isaiah and Cam being there, they get a good push up front. It makes the job easier for us on the edge.
How's it feel to play in front of fans again?
It feels great. We haven't played in fans in a while, so that feels great.
Like manage the game and then take your shots when they were there?
Well, actually, we kind of had the game plan of taking the shots early and getting in our playmakers' hands, just the speed advantage that we thought we had. But we game planned for one high man and cover three, and they came out, they played a lot of quarters, cover two, a little bit of cover six. So it was different from what we had expected. We had to adapt a little bit.
Hey, Phil, talk about what it felt like to finally play in front of fans at Alumni Stadium.
It was awesome. I thought the student section was great. They brought a lot of energy, and they filled up their whole section. So, yeah, I mean, just to have energy in the stadium, to hear the fans, to have them there, it was awesome. Like, we all loved it.
Phil, that 41-yard keeper, when you saw Jaden Williams set up that block, what were you thinking?
I wish I could have that one back, because if I had really hit it, I think I could have scored, but I was kind of running a little tentative. But, yeah, it felt good to see that gap open up.
Phil, on Trae's touchdown, how much energy did that bring you?
That really did. I was expecting him to be tackled at the 15. Like, there was nobody. They didn't cover the deep cross, and he was wide open, running untouched. But I thought they were going to come get him. So to see that hurdle, that was amazing. That shows a little bit of what he can do, his style. He's very athletic, and he's very long, so he can make those type of plays.
We Talked a lot in the preseason about how many weapons you have at receiver, but you had a couple guys step up that we haven't really heard much from. So C.J. Lewis 3 for 3 with 67 yards, and Jaden Williams had a pretty big game too. Can you talk about them?
Yeah, CJ I thought had a really nice year last year, but he's just taking the next steps of really like a bunch of plays in the offense and a bunch of routes that he's working at, but we have good connection. He's a big target. He goes up and he high points the ball. And Jaden is really the new guy. He's just very athletic, super fast. He can jump. So that fade that he got, I just trust him because he's able to go up and get the ball with his athleticism.
So one other thing, you mentioned that you had to adapt offensively. Is that something you've been able to do last year, or was that just what
I think that goes with it. It was easier to adapt, but the plays are all worked for every sort of coverage. Coach Ignetti goes over any type of look that we might get and the response. So I think a little bit easier to adapt to the different pass coverages.
The quarterback or any offensive player, what's it like when your defense pitches a shutout?
That's great. It makes it so easy. I thought the defense played great all game. Like Coach Halfley said, doesn't matter who you're playing, to shut out a team is very impressive. So they're just getting started. They're going to be rolling. But the defense, all throughout camp, they played really well.
We talked a lot about the depth you guys have. Just how nice is it to have like 8 or 9 guys you can throw the ball to, and now they're going to make a play pretty consistently?
And it makes it's a great feeling as a quarterback to know that you have so many weapons. Injuries do happen, God forbid, but they do happen, and just the number of weapons, the number of packages we can go with, like the personnel and formations. I know Coach Cignetti's loving it, what he's able to dial up, but we've got speed, we have size, so it'll be interesting where we take it this year, like game by game.
You only punted twice today. How does it feel that when you get your offense on the field, you're marching down the field every single time and pretty much putting up points on every drive?
Yeah, I think we had some sluggish drives, but for the most part, it was good consistency of just positive plays. Like I don't know if we had a run play that was negative, so that also helps the offense go, the momentum, being able to kind of keep it going once you start with those runs and they're able to get positive yards.
Halfley was very happy with no dead ball fouls, nobody in motion, nobody jumping offside. Just talk about the discipline the offense showed today.
Yeah, it is tough with how much. A lot of college teams, they have kind of shortened play calls or just numbers and fewer formations. So we have a lot of formations. It's hard on the receivers. But today we didn't do too many shifts or fly motions. So I think that helped out with them lining up and getting the play going. But for the most part, the guys are doing a much better job this year.
Wide receiver screens. It looked like a wheel right across the formation. Talk about the short passing game and how it can help you with the long passing game.
Like the short passing game was like, it would be like a two-way threat. Like, can't play me on the long ball, just not the long ball. You have to play me on both. And like we was getting all our receivers like those passes. Jaden, me, CJ, we was all like we all vertical threats, but at the same time we could still run routes, just like everybody else in the country.
Are we going to see a hurdle from you two?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull one out, but I'm gonna let Trae have it this time.
Yeah, what was your reaction when you saw him do that?
I just put my hands on my head. That's the only thing I could do, because at the time I thought he was just like probably gonna run through the tackle, but yeah.
What kind of energy did that bring to the offense and the entire team when that happened?
I mean, we already had energy going, but that just gave us even more. Like,
steam of like just go, like have fun. Because that right there just showed everybody he's having fun with the game. So everybody just started having fun from that point on.
Obviously, you have a big connection with Phil now. Just what's it like, kind of when the play breaks down and he sees you and you're open, you're just trying to like break free. Just how much pride do you take in just kind of being a last resort or kind of the guy he looks for when things break down?
Practice, we work scramble drills and like really like, cause if you know Phil, he breaks tackles in the backfield, gets out the pocket, and he throws great balls on the move. So like we just work those in practice and like he just tell us to keep moving. He'll get us the ball, and I trust him to get us the ball when the play breaks down.
Hey Zay, how you doing? Just the atmosphere and the energy today. What was it like being in the stadium and playing in front of fans?
I mean, it was just great to see everybody back, like football back to normal. I missed it. Like, now we could put on a show in front of a crowd instead of just hearing my teammate voices.
So you guys have a ton of different weapons at receiver, but bunch of different pass catchers that have proved, at least today, that you know, you have a lot of capability in the pass game. Can you talk about the depth a little bit and what it's like working with the other receivers that you guys have?
I mean, all the receivers we got, I really make it easier on me because you can't only play me. We got CJ, like I said, Jaden, great young freshman. That's gonna make a lot of plays this year. We don't even have Jalen Gill back. When we get him back, it's really gonna be a lot more trouble. And we still got Colgate, Lewis, Bond. We got a lot of weapons that can make plays downfield, short routes, medium routes, wherever you need a play to be made.
Here. What does it mean for you and the other wide receivers to have Kobe back and to see him back on the field?
Just the experience in the room. Like, last time I played with Kobe was my freshman year, so I would just get excited to see him back on the field. Like, that's probably one of the happiest moments I've seen today. Him touching the ball made me feel like, yeah, he back now. Like, the experience back in the room, I'm ready to go. We all ready to play.